So I wanted to do a brief outline of what I use for what I'm doing here. Before I start, I wanted to make it clear that I've built this up over a couple of years through bits and bobs of projects. I run a STEM engagement and communication unit in engineering, and I do podcasting personally. So this is all set up for that. The stuff that you've probably already got is good enough for teaching online. But for people who wanted to go a little bit further, I wanted to give a few tips on taking stuff to the next level. The most important sort of upgrade that I think it's worth talking about is a webcam with good audio. The uni's default laptops have fine webcams and okay microphones. I use a MacBook, and that's slightly better, but nothing beats an external webcam. If only for the fact that it means that you're not looking up someone's nose. So if I switch to my built-in laptop camera, if it's down there on the desk and it's just not a great angle to be teaching from, certainly not my most flattering one. I've got a webcam here. I can't point my... Oh, I should have used that one. I've got a little rubbish mirror here. So I have a... Where are we going? There we go. I've got a webcam right here, and it's on an arm that attaches to my shelf. For this, it wouldn't actually make any difference if it was on top of my monitor. So I'm going to pop it off actually for the tour of the rest of my office. So if it's on my office, it looks like that on top of my monitor. Sorry, on my monitor. And this is great. This is a good angle. I can look at students. The reason I've got the arm is because sometimes I point it down at the desk and show them some tech stuff that I'm working on. The other thing that I think is... sorry, rewind. This webcam is the Logitech C920. Their website, it's $89.99. Amazon, you can get it cheaper, although it looks like they're discontinuing it. The next one up is $84.99. So it's not a cheap webcam, but it's high def and it's got a really good mic in it. The mic that I'm using right now, though, is my Yeti, which again I've got it mounted on a stand here because of the podcasting stuff that I do. That shock mount stops you hearing when I tap on the desk and shuffle papers around. Again, it's not critical for teaching. Students have been really tolerant with me doing stuff in all sorts of places. So that's what I've got there. And that to me is quite a high level professional setup for the work that we're doing. So certainly kind of over and above what you need for this. But so a separate webcam would be a good recommendation. Separate mic an option, but if you get a quality webcam like that, then it's good. I said it looks like there might be some supply problems with these. I don't know if someone's beaten us to it and ordered a bulk load. But I'm certainly recommending to the department and the school that we pick up a box full of these. Here's the mic. Blue Yeti is a high quality USB microphone. Goes for £100 or so on Amazon. I don't think that's worth the upgrade if you're going for like that Logitech webcam, because the mic in that is excellent. So that's what I use there. In terms of other stuff that might be useful, stands and arms and all of that are handy, particularly if you do want to do some drawing on paper or demonstrating something on a desk, but again, not essential. From tomorrow, I'm going to be going home and moving everything onto my dining table. I might take a couple of bits home that will be useful, but it's largely going to be propped up on books or shelves or stuff at home. So that's what I use. In terms of capturing my screen, here I'm using QuickTime on a Mac. There's other tools on Windows. I might link to someone else's guide on screen capturing there. But it can all be done with free software, most of which we've already got installed on our work Windows computers. The only tricky bit that I had to surmount for these recordings, and I think this is probably specific to Mac, is that it wasn't recording my audio that was coming through my speakers. I'm assuming that's something to do with security, so people can't hack you and listen to what you're saying. But I had to use a little tool for that. There used to be one called Soundflower. The latest one is called Black Hole. So if you're on a Mac and you want to record the audio that's coming out of your computer, Black Hole is a good bit of open source, I think, software for doing that. Windows, I think, is a little bit easier to get working. But like I said, I'll find someone else's guide and link to that in the description. So that's the tech that I use. The other thing you'll notice behind me, I've managed to persuade the school to grab me some sound absorbing panels. Again, that's because I do podcasting and I'm in an office which is kind of tall and skinny, and it tends to echo. This is pretty good now. One thing that I really find makes a difference is if I shut my blinds but leave them on sort of partially open. I'll just turn you to see the window there. I don't know if you can hear it here, but certainly when I'm doing editing of podcasts, it really seems to catch and keep the sound from reflecting off the window. Translating that to what you might be doing in your office or at home, much better to do stuff in the living room than in the bathroom, basically. If you've got a room where the sound is damp, where it's damped and you clap and you don't get any echo, that sounds a lot better when you're casting out to students. So room with a carpet or lots of soft furnishings or curtains or things like that is recommended. I would probably say it's much more important to get good audio than good video. I recommend that if you are showing a PowerPoint or something, you share the raw PowerPoint or export it to a PDF and share that on Blackboard to your students, because then they can look at it alongside, even if the video quality is poor. If they're on a bad connection, or if, I guess the whole world's going to online now, so who knows when the internet's going to start struggling a bit. But they can download those and look at them alongside if it's fuzzy what's coming through to you. So that's my tech. I'll stop this one there. Do ask me any questions in the comments or drop me an email. Steve Bullock on the University of Bristol contact database.